Down the Barrel Podcast with Jimmy, Dino, and Jared.
Hello, everybody. We are back with DTB. And the one and only Tony Roettger's back on. That's me.
That is right.
Awesome. We're happy to have you again, Tony.
Yeah, we love when guests introduce themselves.
I think it's the first one.
It's literally the one and only job we have to do, and we didn't even have to do the today.
Yeah, we don't even do it that well. Tony did it
don't.
just as good, if not better than us.
Not better. I was actually going to roll right into the rest of y'all, but take it away.
Well, go ahead.
Oh no, it's okay. It's okay.
Yeah. Start with your favorite.
For those of you out there listening, they've been asking me who my favorite is all afternoon here, but I haven't picked one yet. So
right.
Oh, right.
Dean does do face products though. So
hey,
right now he's winning.
Tony, check your Venmo.
You can't bribe the guests.
I know, everybody's like, yeah, Dean's got the best radio voice too. And we're always like, yeah, he's got the best radio face too.
I do. I got the voice and the face.
Yes.
What can I say? All around guy.
You got it covered, bud. You got it covered.
I do.
Yeah, we're happy for you.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah,
But we're here for Tony.
We are here for Tony.
We are.
I'm here
So
for
I'm
you
told.
guys. I'm here for us. I just enjoy this show so much. It's just always it's truly an honor, and I sincerely mean that. It's super fun to be on here. I look forward to it every time. So excited for what we'll talk about today. Who knows where this will go, but
Right.
we'll get some business done, and I'm sure who knows where we'll go down some rabbit hole.
He's one of the nicest guests we've had.
The love is flowing.
I honestly think that is like the best compliment I've ever got in my life.
Right?
I mean, that made my Valentine's Day.
I know. Like I can just cancel my plans.
Right. I might as well.
Happy Valentine's Day, buddy.
Yeah, there you go.
Thanks, Tony. No, but today we're here to talk about the big expo at the end of the month, right?
That's right.
We are
The SCI Expo.
Minnesota SCI Expo.
Minnesota Expo. Yeah, and it's where? What's the city we're in?
Yeah, so it's in Brooklyn Park. Yeah, it's the Minnesota chapter of Safari Club International, SCI, better known as. Right in Brooklyn Park, the old Northland Inn, now known as the Marriott Northwest, right off of 694 and 169 there. So it's got the big convention center on the main level. Where we've got, I can't remember now. We keep getting more and more outfitters coming in, so I'm not sure where we're at, but we're probably in the 50s, 60s, somewhere in there. I don't think we hit 70 yet for vendors in there and outfitters and different things. So we've got that going on. It's like a mini sports show, maybe a mid-sized sports show. I don't really know how to. It doesn't compare to Pheasant Fest, but it's right in line, right?
Well, hey,
we do have dogs. We've got the tracking dogs, so those
It's blowing the Deer and Turkey Classic out of the water this year.
No doubt
they
about
didn't.
it.
Yeah.
They didn't transpire. Something died there. So yeah, we got them beat.
Right. Yeah. So I mean, and it's 2 days.
2 days.
And I believe the general public are welcome for certain hours.
We love the general public to come. Our outfitters love it. We do have products to sell too. We've got wine. There's all sorts of stuff there. We always say there's something for everybody. But yeah, we have public hours during the day on Friday. I believe that's from 1 to 5 or 1 to 6. You can go out to minnesotasci.com and check it out on the webpage. You can still get tickets, by the way, for the dinner activities and the evening auction and different things. But yeah, during the day, you can certainly come out, walk the floor, talk to outfitters, vendors, etc. And then I know Saturday, the open hours are from 10 to 5 or 10 to 6, whatever that works out to be again. So again, we love the public coming out. That is awesome. Our outfitters love it. You can book a hunt. You can go anywhere from Mongolia to Africa to Spain to New Zealand, plus local hunts, plus places in the United States. We've got some Idaho hunts, I know, for some mountain lions, I believe. I don't know. We got all sorts of stuff. I don't have that on front of me either, and that keeps changing. We have a walrus hunt, though. I know that, and we got a muskox hunt, so I know that. So
did you say walrus?
I sure did.
I was going to bring that up. I saw that, and it's like, wow, that would be kind of a cool thing to do.
That would be very cool. But I want to back up for a second.
Okay, let's back up.
You said Mongolia.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And so we all remember Planet Earth. And then they did this like alternate show. It was called like Human Planet or something like that.
I think I know what you're talking about. It's like a documentary or something.
Yeah. You know, it's like that, those like visually stunning documentaries. And they highlighted Mongolia. And that was like the coolest part because they were looking at those kids, they're like probably 10 years old and they scale this cliff and they collect an eagle egg and they raise this eagle and they train it to hunt for them. Is that something you could like sign up for and like go like have an eagle hunt like a fox for you?
Yes. Honestly.
No shit.
Okay. No lies. Okay. So let's back this story up. So one,
sign me up.
I'm doing that at some point.
No way.
Of course, Tony is.
Let's figure this out. My friend Josh, who's part of a different chapter out in Michigan, is hopefully going with me. But my friend Veronica from Nimrod Hunting Tours is coming up here. She is actually the one that's doing. We actually have a hunt in Iran too. We know that's a little bit of a sticky situation. So she went ahead and added a hunt in Mongolia. But to your question, that is the Eagle Festival, and that happens every year. I can't remember if that's July, August, or September. It's somewhere in that time of the year. Hold on, I need to shut that door. That dog's barking.
It's all right.
But she's coming up, and she's going to be there with her husband at a table and booth at our show. And yeah, you can book that, and she can do all of that for you. So honestly, God, that's a real thing. You can go out and enjoy the whole Eagle Festival. You can hold an eagle. You can watch them do the hunt thing and whatnot. And to add to your Mongolia piece, I think it's on Prime, but there's a story of a young girl that did this, and I think she's one of the first girls or / women to do this. I know she was young when she started, and I can't remember all the details around it, but it's a really great movie and story about that whole thing you're talking about, and that you can do that. Yes.
I mean,
you probably can't raise the eagle because you can't stay there.
Yeah, that would take a while.
But it'd be cool to see.
I just when I saw that episode, that just blew my mind, and I just thought it was the coolest thing, and I would love to see that in action.
You think that's where they got the idea for Avatar, where they get those weird,
would they
go up and get those dragon things?
I'm sure, or How to Train Your Dragon.
Well, I don't know, but maybe
could be.
Probably.
There might be dragons in Mongolia.
We got to talk to. Is that Disney?
I don't know.
That's some cultural appropriation
James
if I've ever heard it.
Right? Definitely Disney.
I mean, that's a heck that'd be fun.
Dude, it was. If you haven't seen the episode, go watch it. It's so impressive and just so cool.
Yeah, go watch it. Mongolia is really cool, and you can bow hunt there. So
that would.
I heard they got good fishing there too. I know we're getting off this Mongolia train here, but
hey, this is the Mongolia episode.
I know the University of Minnesota had a study over there where they had a bunch of students and they did this big study on, I think it was trout fishing or something, and they showed. I watched this documentary on that, and it was amazing. It made me want to visit Mongolia.
Yeah. So
high on my list too.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So what else do you want to tell us about Genghis Khan?
Wow. I think he had a beard or a mustache. I'm not sure.
Guest speaker at the expo? I don't know.
I don't think he's coming to the expo. Pretty sure not. Pretty sure not. Veronica's a very nice lady. She does not look like Genghis Khan.
Oh man, no, that sounds super cool. Sounds like you got a great lineup of outfitters and everything there. And
yeah, it sounds massive.
And this is your guys' 50th.
This is our 50th. It's actually our 51st. So funny story, COVID took away a year. So it's actually been 51 years. So we did one of our expos per se online with auction and different things. But this is our actual 50th expo. So yes. So it's a big deal.
That's cool.
We got some really cool guys coming from, I don't know, I forget their names. Jared, I think, is one of them. Jim, and then
he said me first. He said me first.
We're not even going to let him say Dean's name.
No. I didn't get that far.
This will be our first year actually going.
It will.
I know we've talked about going before, but it never worked out.
Finally, the stars have aligned.
Right.
For it to work out.
Right.
And this is when I woke up thinking of you guys this morning in my 3 a.m. morning or 3 a.m. meeting I had with myself. It was, I was trying to think, how long have I known these guys? And it feels like forever. And then I realized it's really only been like maybe a year and a half.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And you're still hanging out with us. So
we have that effect on people.
I'm impressed.
Actually, I think it's the opposite. I can't believe you still bring me back, but I appreciate it. So yeah, I'm still hanging with you guys as long as you want me here.
That's what it is. Right. We still bring him back. It's not that he just keeps coming back. I mean, usually we get told no a bunch.
Now, Tony's probably my second longest term relationship I've ever had.
True story.
But no, we are very much looking forward to being there.
Yes. Yes,
usually, you know, the SCI Expo aligns with our big corporate board and state habitat weekend,
Right.
but this year you're the weekend after. So
it worked out.
You know,
And we are excited.
So
looking forward to it.
Yeah.
I mean,
You
we're
guys
doing a
work hard, by the way.
fundraiser together. So
Yeah,
it's
we're going to
gonna be a good
fundraise
time.
together.
Mm-hmm.
That's one of the things I want to talk about today. You know what? Let's go down this path because it
Let's
was
do
in
it.
my meeting this morning I had with myself at 3:30. You know, why don't people join organizations? We got to get more people to join.
We do.
I was,
yes.
there I was.
Preach, Tony.
I know. I've got to for a minute because here's the deal. You know, I get these people that ask, they hear these cool things. They listen to the podcast or they see a hunt or whatever with kids, or they, you know, they hear about Four Corn Camp or they, whatever it is. And they're like, I want to be a part of that. And I'm like, join.
That's the first step.
Join.
That's the first step.
That's how you become a part of this stuff. Join these groups. These are the groups that are doing those cool things. These are the groups that are helping preserve and save your hunting rights and do all the stuff you want them to do. But guess what? They need membership and they need us to join and then come be a part of it. I just don't get it. So I don't know why that hit me so hard today, but I wanted to bring that up today. So join MDHA, join SCI. You know, there's tons of groups to join and they have all different things that they're doing and they're all good, right? But there's a couple groups you should join if you live in Minnesota, SCI and MDHA. I'm sorry, but those are great groups. You know, I mean, they're what is protecting every day you guys being out there to be able to hunt. And I'm sorry that I just had to say that. So join us.
I'm glad you
We're not that expensive. We're a lot of fun. And we do cool stuff and all the stuff you want to be a part of. And we need more people to be a part of it to bring it along. So please.
Yes, please come join us. Hang out.
Yeah, absolutely. And,
okay, I'm done.
No, I'm glad you brought it up. And I mean, this might be a good time to do something new and just like, let's talk about why people don't join and how we can get them to, you know, like let's do a live on air brainstorming, something we've never done before.
Right. Yeah. Cause we got the leadership of a couple different groups right here in this room.
Right. Right. And so like, you know, I have my opinions and ideas on why people aren't joining and how to, you know, get creative and try to encourage them to, but I'd be curious to hear from you as well. And
yeah, I wish I had the answer, and it's been becoming more.
Well, nobody does.
Yeah, that's the thing. I think there's a couple things, Jared. I think some of the methods we are going down are either old methods, and I think you guys do a better job than we do. I'm sorry, SCI Minnesota. I love you guys, but we're watch what these guys do on their Facebook page. Watch what they do on their web page and stuff like that. There's just some more modernality to it and some more refresh to it, and we're trying to follow along with it. But that's still not the answer. It doesn't solve everything, right? But it's I don't know. I wish there was this equation. I wish there was the answer. I wish it was that easy. I think of things like banquets that we do, and let's be honest, I think it's dying, right? I think the whole banquet concept is dying for whatever reason it is. It could be cost, could be expense, could be, I don't know. I had a guy the other day complaining to me about the food at ours. And you know what? Here's the reality. Our food isn't great, but that's not what it's all about. So we're doing the best we can with what we have to work with, like everybody, right? So if the food is what's driving you away, then either we just don't do food, or we don't have the banquet, or we just do our online auction online versus have it live, but then that takes away from the interaction with the outfitters and stuff that we try to bring in that give up their time. I mean, these guys and ladies are giving up their time to fly up here on their dime to sit at our expo and talk to you about hunting. And you know what? They aren't going to book that many hunts. They might. I hope they do. Some do. Some don't. It just depends on how, the audience is and how it shows up. But at the end of the day, they're putting that effort and time into doing that. And then, of course, there's a cost for us to rent the space and all the things we got to do to put these events on. And, at the end of the day, are we making that much money? Not really, but the hotels do. All the venues that we go and rent to. As a regional rep for SCI, I talk to a lot of different chapters and it's the same fight. How do we get costs down? How do we get more people in the door? And so, and I don't know that answer, but I got to say, I think the banquet concept is a dying thing. So what is the next thing? Don't know. But back to the question on membership, I don't know what that is either. I don't know why people don't want to join. I don't understand. I don't know if it's just they say they want to be a part of something and don't, or I can't figure it out. So I don't have the answer, Jared. I wish I did. Now I ramble.
Well,
I apologize.
No, you're good.
It's all good. That's what we want.
And that, like I said, nobody does have that answer, right? We all have our ideas and our strategies that we try to implement. And, you touched on a lot of it, which is, both of our organizations are trying to preserve our hunting heritage, our hunting tradition, our, American way of life. And we're often doing that through historical methods, right?
Yep.
And we have to shift that strategy and, preserve tradition through innovation, right?
Yep.
And the team here, we get very creative, and there are ways to fundraise, right? Like fundraising, it's a struggle for everyone, but honestly, in the grand scheme of things, fundraising is easy. We can raise the funds.
Sure.
And the funds are a big part of it. It allows us to keep operating. But if we truly want to preserve the heritage and preserve the tradition, we need the engagement. We need the membership, right? We need an engaged membership. Yep. And that's the code that no organization that I am aware of has been able to crack. And I'm always looking for new ideas and new ways of trying to do that. And I don't like the answer I get from a lot of people, and you didn't do this, so kudos to you. But, I don't like this generation, they don't want to get involved. They want to sit on their computers. They don't want to give back. They don't want to volunteer. I don't like that answer, right? I think they do. We've seen it in a number of social movements and whatever movements where you can get young people involved if you do it the right way and you spin the message in the right way, right? And give them the right platform to express their voice. And that's the code that the conservation community needs to crack is what is the venue? What is the avenue to get this younger demographic engaged? Because when you get to the heart of all of our missions as conservation organizations, there's very few people that are opposed to it. We're right. Talking public lands. We're talking getting people outside. We're talking getting them away from a computer and engaged in the natural world and, a subsistence way of life, a sustainable way of life. But how do we get that message to be heard by them? And how do we get them to act on that message? Because it's the action that's missing. They're more than happy to drop $25 to win a gun. Right. Hey, great. You know what? That funds us for a week or whatever it does. Right. But how do we get them to get involved? I mean, something as simple as call your legislator, let them know how you stand on whatever issue, whether it's the wolves or the shotgun zone or, you name it. Right. How do we get them to take action? And that's the code. You guys did
a great job on the wolves, by the way, by making it that simple to log in and do that. I was telling people left and right, I'm like, here is your chance. This is everything you guys have wanted to have. This is a simple, easy button to allow you to get that voice to your senator. And you know what? It worked. I got emails back from all of them.
Good. Yeah, me too.
So that meant at least my message got there.
Right.
So, if you did that, there's power in numbers, but it goes back to membership. It goes back to taking some action and doing all the stuff that you want done. But it can't come from these four guys on this podcast. It has to come from a larger group, and that's membership.
Absolutely.
And that's, it's not just the guys that are talking on the podcast. It's not the YouTube guys. It's not the people on outdoor television. It's not the people that sit on a board of directors of whatever group. It's bigger than that. It's got to be more people just, again, clicking the easy button to send out some email or some letters to your senators and whatnot to get your wolves delisted and all the stuff you want or whatever it is. Do it. Join. Do it. Hit the button. Everybody's trying to make it easier for you, but you got to be a member. You got to get involved. You got to do the work because it's going to take more than, again, the four people sitting on this podcast right now. So
that's right.
Absolutely.
That's right. Your opinion means shit unless you take action.
Exactly.
And we are the way to take action.
Yeah.
Nobody's going to do it for us. And the emails I get as the sitting president of the Minnesota chapter, you need to do more. Okay, I am.
Right. What have you done?
Right.
I took time off of work to do this podcast and tell you to go help us out and do more. I took time off to do all sorts of stuff to go try to get more out of our legislators and different things. I'm doing everything I can in my power to do more. And I'm just asking you to do a little bit. 1, join. 2, send an email. Make a phone call, whatever it is. But your membership does speak volumes in itself. So that's a first step. So,
yeah,
that's right.
I'm sorry. We don't have to spend time on this at all. But I'm glad we agree. That's one of the things I love about the partnership we have. And I talk partnerships, I think, every time. And I think to dig all right, now I'm going back in. Sorry.
That's right.
I think some of the animosity between groups sometimes I think has been part of a little bit of a killer, right? Even amongst SCI chapters, we've had animosity amongst groups. That has greatly improved. Thank you, Laird. He is our president, CEO, and you guys will meet him at the expo. He's coming because of our 50th. He is a great speaker. He is absolutely fantastic to listen to speak and talk about conservation and talk about the stuff SCI does. Absolutely love that man for what he's done for changing the face of SCI. But it's partnerships, right? And he's doing that on a larger scale than I'm doing at this level. But he's going around and working in Europe and creating new SCI stuff throughout Europe and Africa and all these countries. It's absolutely fantastic to see, and that's just all conservation globally, right? But on our local level, it's we got to make sure we're getting along with MDHA and we're talking and we're doing exactly what we're doing today, and the Rough Grouse Society and Pope and Young. I mean, these are all groups that are here in Minnesota, so making sure that we have those partnerships and we have different goals, but the same goals. At the end of the day, it's hunting, right? But there's some other different goals, which is okay. That's good. There's got to be preservation of the grouse. There's got to be the pheasants. There's got to be all this stuff. I get it. That's all cumulative. But membership, join, participate.
Well said.
Join.
Yeah, well said. With one obvious exception being backcountry hunters and anglers. Those guys.
Didn't you just have a meeting with them?
Kidding. Yes, I just had a meeting. No, they're great organization.
And we are all members.
We're all members.
We are all members. Yeah, we love them. We love the work they do. Yeah. But apparently
I need to join that one too. So I'll have to.
Yes, please do.
I'm familiar with them. I just haven't joined. I haven't participated.
Oh yeah,
it's time.
Yeah, they're great.
Everybody wants my money.
Yep.
Right. And that's the thing. Everybody always wants your money.
Well,
and you know what? They need it.
They do.
Right?
They do.
These are the people
and
fighting
that's
the
why I'm a member of almost everyone.
Yep.
Yeah.
Except for pheasants.
Wow, that's we're going to change that.
Yeah. But getting back to your partnership talk and everything. So MDHA is doing alongside SCI the cake raffle.
Mm-hmm.
You are.
Or is it do you call it the cake raffle or do you call it the full wheeler?
No, we call it the cake raffle. Yeah,
okay.
super
Cake,
excited.
right.
I'm so glad we
get
joined
stuck
on this
with
partnership.
cakes.
Well, they like cakes, man.
They like cakes.
Right. It's what works.
Well, so I'm gonna, in full transparency, because I want Lake Superior chapter, because we're partners and buddies too. They had the cake raffle originally. I don't know what they use their funds for specifically, but they do a lot of stuff with youth and different things as well. As a regional rep for SCI, again, I represent them, but I don't want their feelings hurt, because I know when we started doing cake raffle, that might have been a little bit of a touching point for them. But hey, it was a great idea and it worked for us. And our banquets are really far apart by over a month, so it wasn't really intended to steal it. But the reality is this whole cake raffle thing that we started a few years back, we did it with a trap team. And they just chose not to do it, but they made, great money to support their entire trap team. And it was a very small school. They had literally zero resources, right? They had no place to shoot. They had, the big schools, I won't name any of them, they are well funded. They're getting their shells. They're getting, help with their shotgun. They're getting their simulators. They've got stuff really well tied up. But this poor little school in Cambridge, private school, they didn't have the resources. So they jumped on board with this, right? So they did it for 2 or 3 years now, I can't remember, and jumped off. So when you guys came in, it was great. So taking that cake raffle and putting it towards a specific focus is what I want to keep. And that's where you guys came in, and I'm so glad you did it. But we're going to auction off 10 cakes every night. So Friday night and Saturday night, 27th, 28th of February. Tickets still available, MinnesotaSCI.com. You can look down for Expo, click the Expo button and buy your tickets, but you can come and it'll be a live auction on those cakes. It's the first 10 items on each night of the auction. And we're going to sell cakes with the proceeds going towards obviously Fork Horn Camp and sponsoring kids at Fork Horn Camp through MDHA. After we the 20th cake, which would be night 2, so 10 each night, we'll do a drawing to see who wins the 4-wheeler. So you got a 1 in 20 chance to win the 4-wheeler. It's a nice 4-wheeler. I should know what it is. I can't even remember what it is. If it's a Polaris or
it is a Polaris 70. Polaris Sportsman, okay. 570. Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty sweet. That'll be there. We're going to have it in your guys' booth. So you guys are right on the main drag there, and it'll be right in your booth. So
no guarantee that it'll be there when the winner is drawn.
The winner's got to take this thing home. So
that is awesome.
So I guess
I take that back. No, actually, the winner doesn't have to take it home. Those guys come pick it up, and you go pick it up at the dealership. So, but they leave a 4-wheeler with us, which is nice. So,
and there may or may not be chunks taken out of the cakes prior to being auctioned because I may be chunks, there when they're delivered.
A few fingerprints.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I mean, I have to be there when they're delivered, I think. I don't have to be, but I might be.
You can be.
Yeah.
Friday morning.
Yep.
Yeah.
I just locked that all in with the hotel, made sure they knew. So, yeah.
Perfect. Good.
Did we get any fun decorations this year? Do we know?
On the cakes?
I kind of let her decide, and
they'll surprise us.
Yeah, so I mean, I think I'm excited for.
I want a cake with it like an eagle flying off a cliff catching a fox.
Now you tell me.
No, you tell me.
I can shoot an email.
And I want just like she
hasn't even made them yet.
Like a silhouette of Genghis Khan in the clouds.
There you go. My wife bought one last year because she gets a little passionate about this youth stuff. So she bought one last year. Ours had like a edible arrow. That's about all I can tell you. And it had a beautiful elk scene on it. So they're really pretty. It was quite elaborate. So
Tony, about how many guns are we giving away at the expo? I mean, you got a bunch of raffles and different games, and I know you guys are giving away some firearms. Do you know that number?
Yeah, I'm terrible sometimes.
Just take a guess.
It's 50 to 70.
Wow.
That is pretty good because what I read,
yes,
what I read is more than 30. So I'm impressed.
Right. And they got some real man calibers in there.
Do they?
God, yeah.
Oh, man.
6.5 Creedmoors galore?
No 6.5 Creedmoors allowed at the SCI banquet.
I'm looking at one right now that is a 375 H&H.
I know.
Ooh.
That is what I get excited about.
Yeah, the Winchester Model 70 Safari Express.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
So Tom on our board is the gun guy. He works for a distributor of such beautiful things as guns and different things and bows. So he has great connections. So he does a really nice job of finding nice stuff and acquiring it over the year and whatnot. So yeah, we have a very nice selection of guns. I will admit that we spend a pretty heavy chunk of coin on guns for this particular event. So we also give guns away at our other events too, our Christmas party and our annual meeting and different things too. But this is the one obviously where we give away a lot. There's probably a Weatherby in there. And it's nice stuff, right? We've really tried to make a point of having nice guns, not just some cheap stuff. It's nice stuff. So
right.
Yeah.
If you want to go to Africa, we've got it. If you want to go shoot some pheasants, we've got that too. If you want to go,
nice,
whatever, we can, hook you up. So they're pretty neat.
There is a 6.5.
Really?
Yeah, that's
there probably is.
Yep. Okay, that's the early bird.
Believe it or not, there is a group of people out there that like those.
Huh. Yeah. There's like 6 of them.
Yeah, 6.5.
I do love the.
Are you going to do 6.7? Is that what you just did?
I did 6.7.
Oh, Jesus.
I don't even know what that means, but I
don't either.
I have a teenage son too, but I just ignore him.
I do love the 6.5, back and forth we have going.
Yeah.
Yes.
I would like to reiterate. I just happen to own one.
Well, that's why it all started.
I know. But like, that's not like my go-to gun.
I know, but it's fun. It's fun. It's just a joke, but I mean, not really.
But speaking of calibers, Tony.
Yeah.
When I win, you know, a
Mongolian
trip to Mongolia or a trip to South Africa or whatever, what, obviously it depends on what I'm targeting, right? But like, you know, I feel like you have the most experience in South Africa. So if I were to go to
probably.
Yeah. So if I were to go to South Africa, not with my bow, because you are an avid archer, is there a caliber that you would recommend that I could cross off the majority of what I'm interested there?
What would be? I have seen a little bit of everything there. So I'll put it this way. I'll say it depends on which part of Africa you're going to. If you're going to go to the Northern Cape, say you're going to go with Marupa Safaris out there on the Northern Cape, you're going to have long range shooting. I'm not going to lie, the 6.5 is not the worst choice for some of the plains game out there.
Because you hear that? Did you hear that?
It does reach out there, right? So
baby deer out there.
It isn't the worst choice. I've seen 308s, I've seen 30-06s. 30-06, I think, really works well up in the Limpopo province. To me, it's more around similar to Minnesota. Your shots are under 100 yards. You might shoot through a little bit of brush or something like that. So that 30-06 is a nice choice as well. Your 7 millimeters, things like that. 338s I've seen. If you're going for the dangerous game, that just changes the game. That's when you're going to get into your 375s and different things like that, right? Yeah. You need that solid bullet and that heavy caliber to go bring down your Cape Buffaloes and your lions and things like that. That you just need a heavier caliber for that. But for your plains game, you can treat it very much like you're shooting a deer. It's your calibers are going to work really just fine. So, but some people may argue with me and say you need more, and that's fine. Then bring more.
So my 17 HMR is good to go.
I would say that might not be quite enough.
No, for him it's okay. I'm going to have a 50 cal behind him, but he can go ahead and shoot that line in the eye with a 17.
So with the dangerous game, like let's talk Cape Buffalo. You're looking for more penetration than expansion with your bullet, correct?
100%. Yeah. That rib cage on that Cape Buffaloes, they overlap, and so you're going to have to penetrate that bone. And you're talking about an animal that really is not interested in dying. There's a couple animals that don't like to die: Gemsbok, wildebeest, and Cape Buffalo. The joke in Bushveld, what's that?
And Jared's. I do not like to die. I haven't tried it yet, but
Jared's, yes. I haven't seen any Jared's on the Kalahari or anything yet, but if I do,
thank God.
they say the more bullets you put into a Gemsbok, the tougher they get. So that is an animal that just is a tough beast. Really cool critter, but they are tough. But yeah, you're getting into that dangerous game. You definitely want to get in your 375 and up type weapon with the solid bullet. You don't want that expandable. You want that solid bullet to go in and try to get through there.
Yeah. Wow. You want that impact that's just going to wall
and just shoot it 17 times.
I have yet to see a video where somebody puts a bullet in a Cape Buffalo and they just fall over dead. They always run off. Unless you put it in the head, I've seen them drop with the head. I will qualify that. But your broadside shots, they're just not going to fall down.
I'd have to bring so many pairs of pants with me. I'd be like, there's a Cape Buffalo. Bring me my brown pants.
I have a joke about that with a pirate and red pants and brown pants. Yeah.
Yep.
That'd be so fun, though.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, there's going to be all kinds of outfitters at the expo.
Yes.
Offering these types of hunts, right?
Yeah. And that would be able to answer these questions.
Right.
Sure.
Come down and talk to them.
Yeah, absolutely. And if you want to book a hunt there, you certainly can at the expo. But you want to rent a gun when you go to Africa or any other country, you can do that too. And they'll have the weapon you want, weapon you need, and they'll take you out and let you shoot it ahead of time. So if you don't want to do the hassle of bringing something, all these outfitters will help you out. And that's our outfitters from anywhere, whether it be Scotland or Ireland or we have hunts there too. Nice. And you get into Spain and Mongolia and all these places that, especially Africa, they've got guns for you, right? They'll make sure sure you're calibrated in the right caliber for whatever game you're going to chase after. So, but yeah, they'll definitely, they'll definitely answer all your questions on what you should bring to any hunt you decide to book at any of these places for sure. Absolutely.
That's great.
Yeah.
Do any of these outfitters have a time machine where I could go back and hunt an Irish elk?
Didn't I? I think I just saw something where they're bringing those back.
And they're trying.
Really?
That would be so cool.
That would be pretty cool.
Those things are just
Those are the mammoths I saw just the other day.
The mammoth,
They've got the DNA in. I don't know that that's a good idea. I've seen Jurassic Park and what happened, so I'm not convinced that this is a good idea. We should learn from Hollywood in this case.
Right.
yeah.
No, I'd be down with bringing the Irish elk back.
Oh yeah,
That'd be cool.
I mean, what could they realistically? What damage could they do to us?
Right.
I mean, they could kill us, but like,
Well, I mean,
one at a time.
right.
What a sweet mount.
Yeah,
Right.
no doubt.
Oh man, no doubt. No doubt.
I'd need a bigger house.
Yeah, I think it'd have to Euro
you ain't
mount
kidding.
that. I don't know where I'd put that thing.
Yeah. For sure.
And then it looks like you guys have got some axe throwing game,
Yeah, we have an axe throwing game. What other games do we got on there?
and then a Nerf game.
We got the Nerf game. Okay, I couldn't remember which ones they put on there.
Yeah,
I won
axe
the
and
axe
Nerf are
throwing
the
last
main
year on
ones.
Friday or Saturday.
Pin
Can't
the
remember.
ass on the Dino.
That's what we're playing afterwards.
They do have a raffle where you get a free drink
Oh,
and you can win a gun or something like that.
Yeah,
I was looking at that.
we've got that.
I forget what it's called.
Choose your drink
We've
raffle.
got the-
Choose your drink raffle. I'm looking
Yep.
forward to that one.
they got
we
chocolate
have
milk.
yeah, make sure you guys check out all the rooms when you go. There's lots of different rooms and different things where there's bars, there's seating areas. We upped it a little bit this year by having extra seating areas, so people get tired, they can sit down and hang out. And it's just ironic that the seating areas are by a bar.
Weird.
Crazy.
I know, a really
Seems-
interesting concept.
Right.
Yeah.
It seems like
And
a
you know,
brilliant
there's going to be another cool vendor there that we know and love and cherish.
We do.
Art Barbarians.
Art, yeah,
Chris.
okay, yeah.
Chris is
Yeah,
gonna
Chris
be
is
there.
gonna be there.
there.
He's always fun to visit. There's
Yeah.
actually going to be two.
Is there?
Zach's going to be there
Oh, Zach
That's
is going to
right.
be
from Roger Up.
Roger Up. Yeah, he's going to be there. So that's very cool. He kind of got in just about a week ago, I think. when I
Right,
talked
nick
to
of
him.
time.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
Oh, and then there's this guy named Tony that I think will be there.
Tony
We'll
will be
probably
there.
see him. He's going to
Yeah.
be busy as heck. We
Yeah,
might
he
not
will.
even see him.
probably
I'll be there, but I'm gonna walk around and make sure I talk to everybody as much as I can. Probably hang out with you guys for a while and
Right.
do everything I can to socialize. That's the fun part of this job.
It is the fun part of the job.
Yeah.
So, Tony, the public is welcome there. Can
Yep.
they participate in the raffles?
Yeah, I think they can. I think there's some they can and some they
Okay.
can't. We have a couple of raffles where you can sign up to win some Shields gift cards. You can play some games and win stuff. You can trying to remember all the ones that you can do without having to be present. I think you can buy gun raffles as well and not be present. And
Okay,
they'll
so
just
there is
call you
some that they can
come
do,
claim your
okay.
gun. Yeah, we've got a broker that'll have the guns, so you can always go pick it up after the expo or something like that.
Okay.
Our silent auction is online also, so you can sign up when you get there to do the silent auction, and you
Lots
can really
of stuff
do that from
there.
home.
Yeah.
There's lots of stuff. I was just talking to Shane today. He's got a pile of stuff in the silent auction. Tons of stuff.
Yeah, really cool stuff,
Usually he's
too.
got blinds. He's got shells. He's got, I don't even know. Sometimes we got bows. I don't even know what all he's got. He's still acquiring things and getting it all online. So
Right.
we've got tons of stuff in the silent auction. There's art. There's coyote calling. There's decoys. We get so much. We're blessed to get so much stuff. Really.
Right.
yeah, that's
right.
cool. And then it looks like you can bring your trophy in and get measured.
Yeah, the guy named Tony, he's going to be doing that too. So he is the official measure scorer of the expo. So
He's
I
gonna
can
be a
score
busy
for
guy.
SCI. I cannot score for Pope and Young. I cannot score for Boone and Crockett. However, our methods are the same. It's just that SCI believes that all animals should be able to have the entire horns and antlers that they grow. So we do no deductions. That's the difference. So,
Oh, okay.
I like
so if
that.
you want to put your animal in the record book, join SCI. Come have it scored by me, and I'll help you out in putting it in.
Hey, I'll
And by
bring
the
it
way-
down if you've got a micrometer.
Right. I was just saying, ain't nothing I shot going to
I
get
got one. You don't have
anybody.
to bring it down.
unless
by
we
the way,
start our
if
own
you
here at
join-
ETB.
If you join SCI, your first animal in the record book is free.
Wow. Cool. Well,
There you go.
I got a ways to go. And I'll say that the guy that has the biggest deer here is This
guy.
Whoa.
But I am going to take.
That was a DEI
I'm going to say
deer.
I was the guide on that one.
That deer felt bad for him and just said, "This guy needs a win."
I mean,
Yeah.
do we want to get into the shot?
I don't know if you were the guy. You helped me cover it.
The 3-day green blood trail.
It was the next day.
The smog.
Oh, man. Yep. Yeah.
You
But you got an
He
elk.
shot it with a 6.5 Creedmoor.
No, I shot it with my bow.
It was a martin.
It was a Martin.
Yeah,
It's my first bow.
but no, I did shoot an elk.
Yeah.
A very nice, nice 6x6 mature bull.
Right.
That's kind of my prize trophy.
Yeah. I don't really have any.
Yeah,
I've got my Minnesota buck and my Kansas buck.
so
I got this guy.
No, you didn't.
I did too
You
get
did. You
that
got him
one.
on
You did
Craigslist.
get it, yeah.
I mean, I drove and picked up the mount.
But notice which side the biggest one is on. My side.
Everybody's trying to make you feel better about yourself.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Although you are Tony's favorite.
I am. Whether he wants to admit it or not.
I think it's because of the facial hair.
It's got to be.
You're my favorite too, big guy.
I hate you so much.
Okay. So, Expo. What's the dates?
Yes.
We didn't say it, did we?
February 27th
one
and
point.
28th. February
There we go.
27th and 28th. Yep. Friday,
In
Saturday.
Brooklyn Park.
Brooklyn Park.
Hilton.
No.
Nope. Marriott Northwest.
Marriott.
The old
Yeah,
North
come on
End.
down. We're going to have a booth, the Four Corn booth.
Yes.
So you can visit Four Corns, DTB all at the same time. We're going to show off this really sweet four-wheeler that you can win if you're registered.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And
Win a cake. Hopefully they're good.
We'll have some cakes there.
They'll be delicious. I had one. They're good.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. They're worth every dime you spend on it.
Oh, yeah. I agree with Tony.
Yeah. Can you get me one up here like right now? Because it's my wife's birthday and I didn't get a cake.
Dude, you can go to the grocery store right down the street here and get one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could do that. All right.
You probably should.
I got to go.
I hope you have plans tonight.
Not really.
Looks like he shaved. He looks like he's trying to look good.
No,
He
he didn't
just
shave.
can't grow a
He
beard.
just can't grow any facial.
I haven't
Oh,
shaved
okay.
in
I can only see
15
half his
years,
face.
Tony.
So.
That's okay. That's all you need to see. But yeah, so Minnesota SCI World Hunting Expo.
Yes,
Check
sir.
it out.
50th, but actually the 51st.
And what was that
Been
website
around
again,
longer
Tony?
than as long as I've been on the earth. Yeah.
Right. It's older than me.
Why can't I find the website?
MNSCI.com.
There you go.
I think it's
Perfect.
MNSCI.com or MinnesotaSCI.com.
So if you're in the area, come and check it out. They have public hours.
Yeah. Come
Come
talk
say
to
hi.
us.
We'll talk to you. Check out Four Corn Camps.
We go fishing too. There's fishing trips. There's some fishing guides as well. So
There you go.
Right. Like you said, it's a sports show almost. I mean, you got all kinds of
It is.
vendors and people there wanting to talk about hunts and fishing and all kinds of
I
stuff.
just wish we had a trout pond. I got to figure out how to get a trout pond in there.
Yeah.
That would be fun. You know, you might be the only person that would know of any such service that exists, which I don't think exists. But I have a 5-year-old son, and he is adamant that I need to catch an anglerfish. And these things live at the
Anglerfish.
like the
I don't
the
think
ones
that's
with the little
possible,
lights
dude.
from finding. I
think they
you
die
can.
up here.
Right. Like I think you'd have to take a submarine, and
Right.
we all know how that went for those billionaires.
Not good.
Oh, that's those ones that live way down in
Yeah,
the
Yeah.
with the
that
little
uses
lights.
The big mouths.
Yeah.
But my kid wants me to catch an anglerfish. Every time we go ice fishing, he's like, "Do you think there's an anglerfish down there?" I'm like, "No, this is a lake. It's like 20 feet deep." But hey, find an outfitter that can get me on an anglerfish.
We'll talk to Tim Sear. He
There
might
you
know.
go.
He might know.
That would be impressive.
Wouldn't that be cool?
Would be
That would be impressive.
very cool.
Yeah.
You'd be the first of people I know that would ever have caught one.
Yeah.
There you go. Something brand new.
Yeah,
Right.
There's your
That's probably the only record I could ever hold.
new ambition.
Right. Catch yourself an anglerfish.
That is my new life goal, is to catch an anglerfish
and live to tell it.
Right. That's key.
Oh, man. All right, Tony. Well, let's hear about this bobcat.
Right.
Yeah.
You went bobcat hunting with a bow. And you were successful.
I was.
How does a person go about that?
Great question.
Well, see, I hit it with my truck. Happen to have an arrow in the back.
So I have to say, I had no idea there were that many bobcats in the state of Minnesota. And it's just and I'll call me ignorant, call me whatever. I'm sure there's some smarter person out there listening to me that says, yeah, duh, you can shoot 5 of them on a small game license if you're a resident. I'm like, but this dummy didn't know that. And everybody I've talked to doesn't know that either, right? So in the state of Minnesota, there's a short bobcat season. I think it's about 3 weeks long. It's in January. And on a small game license, assuming you're a resident, if you're a non-resident, it is different. But as a resident with a small game license, you can shoot up to 5 bobcats in a season. And I thought, well, that's crazy. How can there be that many bobcats around? So there I was. I'll pause that part of the story to back up to when this all started. So this gentleman named Tracy, he's a SCI member and an acquaintance. I don't know Tracy super well, but well enough that he's offered some stories for the magazine I edit and different things. He comes to the shows and we chat and whatnot. Super nice guy. He said, Tony, so he went up to and kind of did this hunt as well. And he said, Tony, you got to come do this hunt. It's super fun with a bow. And I'm like, shoot a bobcat with a bow? How do we even do that? He said, with dogs. And I said, okay, well, that's cool. I like dogs. I do want to shoot a cat, like a bobcat with my bow. This sounds cool. And so he said, well, come with me. And we booked the hunt. So he did get one with a bow. He shot it out of a tree, which is awesome. And he was one of the first ones with this outfit. I think he was the first one because I think I was only the second one to shoot one with this particular outfitter. Shane from Cameron Lakes Outfitters out of North Dome, Minnesota. Nice. So I drove through your guys' neck of the woods to get up there. And anyway, so we booked this hunt. I thought we were going to go last year, but there wasn't any snow, so the bobcat hunting wasn't very good. So with these bobcats, you really need snow. The dogs they can smell them, but they can't get them treed or they can't get them bait up without the fresh snow and different things. And so this whole time I'm thinking, how is there this many bobcats,
Right.
So we didn't go last year. It didn't work out. Anyway, so fast forward another year and Shane, the owner of Cameron Lakes, he gave me a shot. Okay, here's the deal. This is when you got to come and whatnot. And I said, okay. And then unfortunately, Tracy had something happen with work and different things. So I ended up going alone. And, but a kid had joined. He usually does hunts with 2 people, and a young kid, I think he was 11 or 12 years old, came with his dad and who had been there in the past and decided he wanted to get a bobcat. So the 2 of us were hunting anyway. And so I get up there and it was Saturday morning and I drove up and from here in the north side of the cities and got up there. It was 9:03 when I arrived and I was trying to get there by 9. I was a little late. It was snowing. Anyway, there's my excuses why I was a couple minutes late. And so Shane's there with 3 trucks with dogs full. All these hounds are in these trucks, and he's like, "Okay, we got a cat spotted already." And I'm like, "We do?" He's like, "Yeah." He said, "Get your gear on, get your bow, let's go." And he's like, "I don't know how we're gonna get one with a bow." He said, "We did it once, but it was in a tree, and these things don't like the tree." Blah blah blah. And I'm like, "Oh crap! Well, this is could be a nightmare. It's not gonna work." I'm kind of feeling like this is gonna be a little bit tough. It's cold, it's snowing, it's whatnot. And anyway, so we go out. I hop in one truck with a guy named Tom. And it happened to be Shane's father-in-law. And Shane goes out on the side-by-side with this kid and his dad. And keep in mind, this cat is probably hundreds of yards. It's less than a quarter mile probably from camp. And they're out there, and I'm going one way in the truck. They're going another way. Tom hands me a GPS collar or tracker, which has the dogs on it. And they turn the dogs loose. And we hear some barking. And I'm looking at the dogs circling on the GPS thing. And I'm like, well, this is kind of cool. And I don't really know what to do. And Tom drives down here to the other guy who's got a truckload of hounds and whatnot. And next thing, all we heard on the radio was cat. And we didn't know what to do. So we kind of just stayed in our spot. And then Shane calls over the radio again, and he said, well, we got the cat. And we're like, okay, what does that mean? So it's 9:36. So the first cat was harvested that day within 30-ish minutes of me arriving. Wow. And that was amazing. And it was within, like I say, a half mile of camp. It was absolutely crazy. So I'm like, is this how it happens all the time? He said, as long as we got fresh snow, we can find cats. I'm like, how many cats are there? He's like, there's cats all over the place. I said, you're kidding me. He said, no, there's literally cats all over the place. So it turns out, I'm no cat expert for anybody that wants to criticize anything I'm about to say, but I spent 2 days doing this, and I learned very little, but enough to be maybe a little bit dangerous from the standpoint of you need fresh snow, you got to have good dogs, and there literally are cats everywhere in the state of Minnesota. So we went out that afternoon tracking cats, and I learned some little tricks from these guys on how they do it. I won't give that away because that's not my place to give that away. And I learned that cats basically walk in other animals' tracks. So that's why oftentimes you don't find the tracks. They'll walk in like a coyote track or a fox track or even the rabbit tracks. I learned that the majority of their prey is rabbits. So if you find rabbit tracks, there's most likely some cat tracks around. So we found a few sets of tracks that afternoon, and but no cats to track because it was snowing, and everybody was so excited that it was snowing. And it even became a more perfect storm because it was going to end by 5 or 6 o'clock, which meant it was going to end right about dark. And so they said, the next morning, we're going to find cats all over the place. I said, you're kidding me. No, we're going to find cats all over the place. So I'm like, okay. So we went back, we had a little dinner, and we watched a little football. It was playoffs, and get up the next morning at about 4:30, whatever, and we go start looking for cat tracks. And I hop in one truck, the other two trucks go out, start looking for cat tracks, and literally tracks all over the place. We passed up, I kid you not, a dozen sets of cat tracks in the area we were looking. This is all state land, public land, logging roads, different things that we're driving down, and there are cat tracks all over the place. And so they're showing me how to find them, and I'm like, oh, dumb. I had no idea. But anyway, there are literally cats all over the place. So, but none of them were big enough. Shane is pretty neat. He's got a pretty neat program going up there. He's booked up for 3 years. He only takes 200s per week deal. So, and he only shoots big toms. He will not shoot the kittens. He won't shoot the females. He'll only shoot the big toms, which I thought was actually really, really cool. He said the only way I can sustain the population is shoot these big old toms, and I can figure it out by the tracks, and I won't send my dogs out on them unless they're a big track. I'm like, oh, well, that's respectable. I can get on board with that. And, so we go around and we're trying to find what track to chase. And Tom, I'm sorry, you are going to hear this maybe if you listen this far into this podcast. And you are apparently a legend in picking the wrong track to chase, which we did.
God damn it, Tom.
But Shane the whole time was, we should chase the one over here. So we all go in different directions by like 20, 30 miles, whatever it is. So Shane's like, we should really chase this cat. This is a big cat. This is a big cat. We should chase this one. Tom's like, no. This is the cat we want to chase. So a guy named Junior and his dogs come over, and we start chasing all these cats we find. Well, they were the wrong cat. So here's the other problem with small cats. If you got snow, those small cats can run on top of the snow. So they run faster. They don't tree, so they don't go up a tree because they're not really scared of the dogs. They stop, and then they wait for the dogs to get close, and then they jump 15 feet over a different direction, so the dogs lose them. And you're watching all this on this little GPS tracker, and it's kind of crazy. The dogs will take these circles, and then they'll be hauling ass off some other direction in a circle, and then they're hauling ass over here, and they end up sometimes back where they started. And I'm like, what the heck is going on? They're like, that's for sure it's a cat then when it does that, because these cats, that's what they do. They lose the dogs, and then the dogs find them again and whatnot, and this just goes on and on and on and on, right? So they're like, well, we're not finding any cats. And so they get all the dogs back. So by this time it's noon. So keep in mind, we went out at about 4:30 in the morning. It's noon. It's been a few hours out in the truck, and we don't have any cats found. And Shane says, hey, guys, we should really go back and chase the cat track that I found. And we're like, okay, fine. So we go over. And the other thing they don't do is they don't chase cats past like 1 or 2 o'clock, because if the dogs take them, it might be dark by the time they find them. Because it's not uncommon for these dogs to take a cat for 10, 12, 14 miles. The earlier in the week, they had a dog take a track for like 30 some miles. Wow. So, you know, it'll go a long ways, which is crazy. So So we go back to where Shane says, this is the cat we really should have chased the first time. And he starts showing me the differences in the track. So I look at that track and I could see where the cat had broke through the snow. And he's like, look at the size of that track compared to what Tom had us do. And I said, okay, I'm talking a total difference. I mean, this cat track, I kid you not, I know the audience can't see, but my hand, it's big. It's this big round track. And I'm like, I would have thought it was like a lynx or something, right? It's just this big giant track. He said, no, that's a bobcat track. That's what the big ones look like. That's the ones we want to chase. I said, okay. So we turned the dogs loose, and 6.6 miles later, they got this thing bayed up, and we're driving around on a side-by-side because the dogs are running around, right? They're going here, they're going there, they're going everywhere, and you're taking logging roads trying to find the best way to go in on these dogs. And you can hear them. It's, 12 degrees out, right? There's snow on the ground. Everybody knows that the sound just travels so well, right? You can hear these dogs for what literally is miles away. And I could see them kind of coming, I thought, my way. And so we took the four-wheeler down, or side-by-side down this logging road, and we stopped, and we're off, and we're walking over here. I'm thinking the dogs might come through here. The cat might run by or something. I don't know what's going to happen. All of a sudden over the radio, Shane goes, "Cat, get in here." And just as he said that, you could hear the pitch in the dogs change. And I'm like, and the guy looks at me, he's like, "We go now." And I said, "Okay, I got that." And we go, So this cat gets bayed up in this regrowth area where it's tight, right? It's where you'd go chase grouse or woodcock or something like that. Tight, nasty stuff. Blow down logs laying everywhere from where they cut and different things, right? So we're going as fast as we can get to the dogs. Very obvious where to go. So we're going in on the dogs, and so I'll pause that for a minute. So the day before, so these cats aren't super friendly either. I think they're bobcats. I don't know a lot about bobcats, but they don't really like dogs chasing them. And so the dog the day before, I forget what her name was, but apparently she's notorious for one time a year getting a little bit too close to a cat. So she got attacked by the cat. So she had a few holes in her. Her ears looked a little bit like a biker coat with the things on them. That's kind of what her ears looked like when she came in from that hunt on Saturday. And she was happy as heck, right? She's a hound dog. That's what they do. They love it. So the dog was not unhappy, but she had a couple extra holes in her from that cat getting on her head. And so anyway, I'm going in and I see the cat sitting there, and I'm like, well, that's amazing. And it's bigger than I thought. They're just bigger than I thought they were. And it's, my cat was right around 32 pounds, whatever the heck it was. And I go in and we're trying to get a shot. And I'm doing it with a bow, right? So I'm trying to get my arrow and my bow finagled around the trees and different things. And the dogs are in there, and Shane's trying to pull dogs off, and the other guy's grabbing dogs and trying to hold them back. Because the problem with the bow, this is what makes it different than the rifle. And I didn't fully understand exactly what they were saying because I've never done this with hounds, but the arrow is going to go into the animal, right? And it's going to stick out or be in the ground. And those dogs like to go in, and they don't damage the cat, but they'll bite at the cat, and they didn't want the dogs to get stabbed. Right. So I didn't fully understand what was going to happen or how that was going to work or how we were going to get around that or why they were worried, but until we're in there, right? So finally figure out what's going on. So I'm in there, and he's like, "Come here." The cat's walking off, and then the dog goes in, and the cat jumps on the dog's head. Cat jumps off the dog's head. Shane grabs one dog. I walk in here. The cat stops. I just quickly drew and shot. Boom. Cat rolls over. Shane jumps in, tackles one dog so the dog doesn't get stuck by the arrow. I'm grabbing the arrow. He's taking the end off the arrow, and we got the dogs done. The cat dies, and then we let the dogs do their thing, and we're both just standing there, and it's just dead silence. And he's like, "That worked."
That worked.
And I smiled, and I didn't even know what to say. I mean, it was just the coolest thing, right? And my adrenaline's going, but it's not going. It was kind of a little bit surreal. I'm like, and there's this big old cat laying there, and I'm like, well, that's just really dang cool. It was just a really neat experience. So it's definitely a hunt I would strongly recommend for people to do. It's just I don't know. I like working with dogs, so seeing the dog work and the cats and only shooting old ones. I mean, that's just really good conservation work. Right. It's really good just all around. And it was just absolutely I would say one of the cooler things I've done. It's just fascinating, neat stuff. Right. So there's my cat story, guys.
That's a good story.
Yeah, first one he's got on the ground.
Right. I was going to say,
first one he shot on the ground with a bow.
Yep. Yeah. First bobcat we've ever got with a bow bayed up on the ground. And he even says, "Got a little wild."
That's so cool.
Yeah. Neat stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So you don't have to go to Africa to have a wild adventure.
No, you can go to Northholm.
There are cool stuff.
The Africa of Minnesota.
There's cool stuff here in the United States. Who knew, right? Yeah. I hunt around here too, guys.
So maybe you know this. So how do they tell the difference between a lynx and bobcat when they're tracking? I suppose just because of the tracks.
It must be the tracks. So we didn't see any lynx, so I couldn't tell you the difference. I can say, as a kid hunting out of, the International Falls or Minnesota areas, that's where we deer hunted as kids. We'd see tracks, and I think my dad always said they were lynx, but honestly, I don't think we knew. I couldn't. Maybe they were, some were, but I'll bet a lot of them were bobcat. We just didn't know it.
Yeah,
lynx is pretty rare around here,
and that's what I was going to say too. I suppose just because there's not as many, even.
I mean, they do exist, but they're pretty rare.
Right.
Yeah. I think most of them play in the WNBA now.
There's that. Yes.
Yeah.
Very good point, Jared.
Yeah, good point.
That sounds like a point somebody from Mound would say.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm just here for facts and color commentary.
You're here for something.
You're here for something. I thought it was for the pretty face, but whatever.
Hey, you said it, not me. Tony prefers Dean, apparently.
Pretty face.
He's working hard on his face. He's got that nice facial hair going on. Let's see what you can do, Jared, in the next couple of weeks.
Hey, I'll do my best. All right. And I will look
exactly
the same. I will have significantly more hair on this mole. That's about it.
It's something, but
I mean, he hasn't shaved in 6 months and it shows.
Yeah.
Right.
I do have to clean up the neck.
All right. You should. It's your wife's birthday.
Yeah. Well, for sure.
I think I want to hunt a bobcat now. That sounds cool as hell.
You should.
And it's funny because, I lived up here. I live north of here, close to Northholm. I've never heard of dog hunting bobcats.
No.
Obviously, trapping
for sure.
Yeah, trapping is, common, very common. But
yeah,
I never knew you had that option. Especially with a bow.
Shane,
right.
Yeah, nobody's doing it with a bow. They will now, but Shane, he grew up in Northholm, and he's like, I grew up here my whole life. He said, I'm in my 40s now, and I didn't know they existed. So he's only started doing this outfitting thing about 10 years ago with the dogs.
Really?
Okay.
And he's like, yeah. So it's fairly new for him up there. It's fairly new, probably in the state of Minnesota.
I would guess.
As far as guys doing it, I don't know anybody else doing it but this guy. So
Yeah, it sounds like a hoot.
It does.
Yeah.
I mean, even with a bow is crazy. It's awesome.
Which would be amazing.
But, even to do it with dogs, with a gun would be amazing too.
I mean, like you said, watching the dogs work is, and my experience watching dogs work is bird hunting.
Right.
But even that is just, I get blown away every time.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So to see that would be pretty cool, but would also be a little more nerve wracking.
Right. With a predator like a bobcat.
I tend to really love the dogs I hunt with.
Right. Right.
Yep.
And you got a cat putting holes in it. I mean,
Right.
no.
I like to pet that ear. Don't shred it.
I would just, that's cool.
Yeah, for the listening audience, those hounds love this.
They
Working dogs,
they live
love
for
this
it.
stuff. These guys are really well taken care of for sure. So there's no harm done to them, and by anything intentional by any means. These dogs love to chase cats. They live to chase cats, and it's definitely their life. They when he wraps up here, oftentimes he goes out west. Now he's probably out there now. He's probably out chasing mountain lions. So
I suppose.
Oh, wow. That's crazy.
That would be cool.
Right.
Yeah.
And I'm going to jump.
mountain lions will treat.
Yes.
Go ahead.
I was going to jump back to the expo just for a second on this same topic. You said you had the tracking dogs there, right?
Yeah. The Minnesota tracking dogs will be there. Yeah.
So is Shane a part of that organization, or is that a different kind of thing?
David Little is the one that I do most of my contact with. From Bailey's tracking dogs, little Bailey's tracking dogs. So I work a lot with David from that standpoint. He's the one that organizes it. So I don't know exactly who you're talking about, but he brings in everybody from that group.
Right, I know it's a big group. I was just curious.
Well, I would think the tracking dogs would be different than what.
Yeah, they're more
hunting dogs.
Hunting dogs.
Tracking dogs are more recovery. They're trained to follow.
That makes sense.
I mean, we had
totally different than hounds.
Juliet.
Julia, yeah.
And according to her, the tracking dogs are more like the and adrenal glands.
Yes.
That that's the scent that those dogs are following for. Whereas these ones are actually
tracking
hunting
live animals. Okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah,
I was just curious if something like that would be there, because that'd be interesting to talk to somebody like that. You know,
yeah, it'd be cool to book a
we
mountain lion hunt.
have some hunts. I don't know if we have any. I got to look again. We've got some guys we're still trying to bring in. One guy does have hounds because he chases mountain lions with them, and he has a hunt he's donated to us. If he's there, he could definitely answer those questions for you to get to that. But I don't know if he's coming or not. We're still trying to figure. We've got some outfitters that are still, they've maybe donated, but we're not sure if they're actually going to show up to actually be at the expo yet.
I think that'd be cool to do a mountain lion hunt.
Well, I want to do Bobcat.
I want to do a Bobcat.
Bobcat hunt too.
Put me in touch with someone that can get me on a Bobcat with an eagle.
Probably the falconry people.
Wow.
Right.
I'll see what I can do, Jared. I'm sure I can figure something out.
Bow would be fun, but
It would be so much fun.
eagle, I guess. Yeah.
I'm just trying to go full circle here,
I get it. You're going back to Mongolia.
That's right.
I get it.
I think what everybody doesn't know is we had a whole podcast before
we did have a podcast before the podcast. Yeah.
I don't really remember when we started recording. I might be referencing.
I'm actually hoping we are recording.
I see the red button. We're good.
Yeah, we're good.
Oh, man.
It's counting down.
All right. So you did a ram hunt with your family recently?
I did. Yeah. So Rams on the Ridge, another Shane. I've got this thing with Shane. So, so my Bobcat scored really, really high in the SCI record book too. So it's not really the important part of the story, but it kind of is, because my Ram I hunted with the other Shane here, Shane Henry from Rams on the Ridge, also scored really high on the record book. And I'm just kind of shaking my head because that's not at all what my intention was. But the really intention was to take the kids hunting.
Right.
So my kids have had a really good year in school, and my daughter's going to hate me, and I don't mean this, Evie. I love you, sweetie, but you have a good year in school every year. But my son had a really breakout year this year in school, and he has also been working really, really hard with his bow. And he took an archery class, and he just, he did the work. I got to give him credit. That he's 11 years old. He's did the work, and he's been wanting to go on one of these ram hunts. And for the listening audience, there is a lot of different ranches. Yes, this was a ranch. Yes, it's high fence. I get it. Love it, hate it, call it whatever you want. But here's the deal. Some of that stuff is really fun. And sometimes it's the only place you can go get certain things, right? And when it comes to an 11-year-old boy that has his heart set on going and shooting a ram, and these rams are not friendly. They're pretty wild. The Shane guy that helped us at Rams on the Ridge, that owns Rams on the Ridge, actually got attacked by the ram that my son shot, had his face smashed in 2 days before we went there. So he's got a broken nose, and there's blood all over the snow. And he said, yeah, your ram's really friendly, guys. You're going to have a good time.
And give me a reason to shoot that guy.
And where is this operation out of?
So this is in Minnesota. It's just Long Prairie, just north of Low Falls. Mm-hmm. Yep. So I've done some stuff with Shane. Shane will actually be at the expo on February 27th, 28th. He donates to us every year. He donates a ram hunt, 100% donation to get kids out hunting, which is awesome. Thanks, Shane, for doing that. And then he donates another trophy ram. And here's the deal. These rams are really cool. They're beautiful. He has tons of different rams. Sometimes he gets Aoudad. Sometimes he gets Mouflon. Sometimes he gets different things. But he does a really nice job of getting some really cool rams. But, again, my son wanted to go shoot a ram. So he's got what he calls his youth ram. So in other words, they're affordable. If you want to take your kid out and teach them a little bit of a spot and stock type hunting in a more controlled area, it's like the perfect hunt, right? You got to hunt them. They're not going to just let you shoot them. You got to figure out how to work the ground, work the area, work the woods, work the cover, work the wind, all these things, and then still be able to make a clean shot. And the areas that he's got them in are pretty big when you're walking it.
Right.
They're half, 3/4 of a mile long by I don't know how many, whatever wide, so they're not just in a little pen that you're going to walk up and shoot. Yes, it makes it easier. But again, we're talking about kids here.
Right.
And so again, my daughter and son we got this ram hunt figured out. And we went last Saturday. And it's so cold. And my kids, I'm a Gen Xer. I'll admit that. My kids are definitely not. And they did not plan ahead really, really well for gloves and hats. Although for 3 straight days, I said, make sure we pack the car, make sure you pack a hat, make sure you pack gloves, maybe bring a jacket. How about some boots? They're like, no, we're going to be fine, Dad. I'm like, okay, well, they weren't fine. They did fine. They had barely enough clothes to make it through. This is where my daughter, I often refer to her as the blonde. I love her. She's a little bit tougher with the cold than he is, but I think she was doing that to prove a point. He had gloves. She did not, but she stayed out there longer. But again, I think that was to prove a point that she was tougher than he was. And but we worked really, really hard. We started hunting about 8:30 in the morning, and we were still hunting at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So again, these things are not easy. But my son was able to get his ram with a bow. Very cool. It was such a cool experience. Again, back to the Gen Xer thing. That kid gritted through it. He was going to do it with a bow, and he did do it with a bow. He missed some shots, and then he was able to finally get an arrow in one, and then able to go up and finish it off, and that was great. Yeah. And then my daughter also got one with a crossbow. Nice. In her case, and then. And then I've always wanted a 4-horn ram, and he had a really ugly 4-horn ram. And it's huge. It's absolutely huge from a record book standpoint. And I don't want to give away where it scored in the record book, but it's really, really, really high in the record book to the point that it's ridiculous. And I'm kind of embarrassed at the same time because it was not the intent, but it's so ugly nobody wanted to shoot it. So again, price was right. So I got the benefits of having a giant ram, and I got to do my own little spot and stock. And
nice.
You can ask my daughter about it when she's sitting with you guys over in the MDHA booth at the expo about it. Yeah. How I left her in the woods. I left her in the woods to go spot and stock my own ram because she was making too much noise, and I ended up getting my ram by myself. Well, my son was warming up because, of course, he didn't have a hat or gloves, and she sat there all by herself with the rams. So anyway, but yeah, a lot of fun. Rams on the Ridge, Long Prairie, Minnesota. Great place to go and introduce your kids to hunting at an affordable price. Have a great, wonderful day. I don't think they taste that great personally. I did pull some meat off of it.
I was going to ask you about that.
It's not awesome. I ate the bobcat, by the way.
Really?
So,
and what'd that taste like?
State of Minnesota does confiscate the carcasses, but
really?
I did pull some back straps off of it, and we did eat it. It's mixed reviews on what we think of it. One bite was good. One bite I'm not sure about.
Do you have any left?
My wife, on the other hand, says, don't ever keep the back straps off the bobcat again. My kids, on the other hand, are like, it was really good, Dad. So I'm like, it's very mixed reviews. I don't know what to tell you on that.
So they keep the carcass, you said?
Yeah, they take the head and the carcass.
Really?
And I can get the skull back later.
Okay.
I was able to keep it and get it measured and whatnot. Well, there's a window of time before you have to actually per se get them to the headquarters. But so I was able to get some things done, like the scoring piece before I dropped it all off. But yeah, they take the whole carcass. And I don't know what they do. I don't know if I get I'm envisioning maybe it's like bear hunting where I get a little thing that says your cat was X years old and whatnot, but I don't know that. I haven't heard yet. Yeah. And then I think I get the skull back. I hope I get the skull back. They said I would get the skull back when they call me. So whenever that is.
Yeah. Well, we'll check back in 2060 and see if you got your skull back.
Right.
But you got to keep the pelt and everything.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Was able to get that all off of it and whatnot. Good. Yeah. I'm excited to do a mount on that.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
I think it's awesome that you got to taste it.
Yeah, I guess I would.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't
I've never eaten bobcat.
I have never had the opportunity.
Yeah. No. I've eaten mountain lion.
Yeah.
Jerky.
It's got to be the same.
I've had mountain lion turkey.
Yeah. It's got to be the same then. Pretty close.
Probably.
Well, jerky's jerky,
right? Yeah. Jerky's jerky. I mean,
I fed it to my dad, and he thought it was great until I told him it was mountain lion, and then he threw up.
Did he really throw up?
Oh yeah, he said humans are meant to eat cats.
We're finding some jerky.
I braised mine in white wine, and then I put a blueberry vinaigrette over the top, and I thought that would make it good. And I had one bite that was good, and one that wasn't. I wasn't sure what I don't know what happened there, but it tasted like it had fur on it, so I'm not really sure. So,
Well, that's good to know.
Yeah.
I'm thinking you wrap it in bacon and jalapenos. Anything tastes good.
No,
Exactly.
don't do that.
No, that's what you do.
If I'm eating Bobcat, I don't want the bacon.
You're just going to eat it.
I just want Bobcat with some salt.
You're just going to
maybe a little pepper. Yeah. Do you still have some, Tony?
Don't eat it medium rare.
No. God, no, not with cat.
I don't know. Is that legal?
Huh?
Boy, that would get that disease.
I don't know. They do have some diseased cats, too, don't they?
They've got them all. They're cats.
Right. You got to cook them.
Yeah, you got to cook them well.
I mean, predators, you have to cook very well.
Right.
You should, definitely cook predators.
Yeah.
I guess I would never.
So is that what they're serving at the expo?
Bobcat.
Tony's Bobcat fur.
Are you guys coming to dinner? Are you guys coming to dinner both nights?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm being told
Excellent.
yes.
Yeah. So Saturday night. Saturday night's a little fancier. I think there's some wild boar. I'm trying to remember what's on the menu Saturday. I know I suck at this. I'm sorry. I never can remember all the little details sometimes. But the Saturday night meal will be really nice. Friday night's a buffet. I know there's walleye on the buffet for Friday night though, so that should be decent. You know, our food's decent. It's not. You know, it's good. You won't be fully disappointed.
Oh no.
So.
No, we'll be fine.
We'll probably just be more underdressed than anything.
Right. I know. I saw the pictures from the Lake Superior one. It's like cowboy hats and sport jackets.
I can do that.
I don't own a sports jacket that fits me.
Although I don't know if it'll fit around me, but I do have a sports jacket.
Do I have to button it?
As long as I don't have to button it, I'm solid. Dude.
I can't get on my shoulders anymore.
Guy
I'll have to buy a new
in a
one.
little coat.
I'll be wearing a sport coat and jeans just because, but that's just because that's just what I wear.
Sport coat if I had one that fit
we
me.
could be twins, Tony.
Is that what you're wearing?
We could be.
I don't know. I mean, I could bring a sports coat.
Yeah, you got to do sport coat, jeans, shave everything but the mustache.
I don't know about that.
And your head.
My head is totally misshaped, dude.
Don't give up the hair, man. Don't give up the hair.
Right? I mean, I keep losing up top.
Right.
Yeah, hold on to all 10 of those while you can.
Exactly. I got more facial hair than top of my head anymore.
You know, we used to have a dress code. It used to be really fancy in the old days. But again, the banquet concept is not there anymore, right? You know, but it used to be black tie events back in the old days. And that's even before my days, just for the record.
Yeah.
But they were very, very fancy events. And that's, it was great. I love it. If we brought that back and people came, I would do it. But it's not going to draw people in, right? So people dress all over the map. There's people in jeans and sweatshirts. There's hoodies. There's people that dress up a lot more. Yeah. So you're going to get it all over the map. And, don't worry about it.
I am going to try on my...
Saturday night tends to be the little nicer night than Friday night. Friday night's pretty casual.
Yeah.
So
I'm going to try my sport coat.
I tried mine on, but it doesn't fit anymore.
It's like
I'll bring a couple. That way you can wear one if you need one.
Is there like a no Speedo policy?
No Speedos.
No Speedos. All right.
I might raise a few extra dollars, so if you do.
Sounds like I got to go shopping.
Right?
I want to make sure we have that room full of people.
We'll put him in his own special room.
Yeah. the one where there's the table next to a bar, apparently.
Right.
Afterwards, with you guys being, having a booth and all, we have a patrons lounge area where we can hang out and have a couple cocktails if you'd like. It's up to you guys.
I've never been called a patron before, but I'm down.
I probably used the wrong words. It's hospitality.
I'm not hospitable, but I'll be there.
Right. But it might make us feel a little special. So
I'm
always down with
special.
that.
Yeah.
Well, we got some snacks. We got some cocktails.
Love it.
It sounds like a great time.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
I am too.
It's going to be a good event.
Right.
I think, it'll be mutually beneficial for both of our great organizations. And
it's going to be amazing for Four Corn camps.
That's right.
And Four Corn kids.
I hope so.
That's right.
So, and that's what it's all about. So
yes.
I got a plan on Saturday night to bring a few kids up on stage. I don't know if I'll have the kids on Friday night, but on Saturday night, we got a few kids I want to bring up on stage, my daughter being one of them. My son's actually going to Four Corn Camp this next June, so that'll be awesome.
Nice.
So, yeah.
Got to be done.
Yeah, and we'll have a little slideshow and stuff like that. So, yeah, it'll be great.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And we'll have Jared there to talk about it.
Who's Jared?
The guy locked in some room over here.
Oh, he's in the hospitality lounge. No, we're really looking forward to it. It's always good to get in front of a new audience and, talk about our mission and the work we've done together and that we hope to continue to do, because we value the work you all do. And
absolutely,
I know you feel the same. So
I do.
I mean, we wouldn't be at your event if you didn't feel the same.
Right.
So,
right.
Thank you.
100%.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah. Thanks for inviting us. And we're really looking forward to it.
Well, that's awesome. I got a little warm fuzzy in all sincerity, and I'm just glad it's working out, and I'll continue to strive to do that at the regional rep level as long as I have that role. I won't be president forever, so I got another year or so as president. There's rumor that they're asking me to stay on longer, but I don't know if I will. We'll see what happens. I got to find another good president, but yeah, youth is the big thing. Partnerships are big, and I'll continue to promote that for as long as I'm doing this, which will be a long time yet. So I just love where we've come and how we've gotten here, and all the things we're doing. And I think we got a long future together to do a lot more.
Right. I think it'll be a big night, and it'll be a accumulation of everything we've been working on up to now. So I'm really looking forward to it. I think it's going to be great.
Right.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be great.
And I like you guys, so it's even better.
We love you, Tony. We love you.
We love you, but like it's baffling to me that you even tolerate us.
Right, because most people don't.
We all feel the same way from different angles, which is just weird. I don't get it. But that's okay. Let's go with it. Let's go with your guys'. Okay, let's go with your guys.
Right. No, I mean, every time we're like, Tony wants to come back on the podcast.
Right.
It's like, okay. Usually people are like one and done.
Unless you're talking about like the Salisburys. They're just desperate for
Canellas.
Joe likes to come on,
and we got a couple other folks that come back, but
well, we got another one in a couple
weeks.
We're going international.
This is going to be fun. Peter's excited. He's all worried that he's going to run out of English, but I think it'll be super entertaining.
Just tell him Dean's from Kansas. He doesn't have much English either.
Yeah,
either. I can't even say it.
Did he see the halftime show?
He's like, what are we going to talk about? I'm like, I don't know. We'll just talk about stuff.
We're going to talk,
but I don't know what to talk about. I mean, don't worry about it.
Oh, we'll be fine.
Talk about the cool. Trust me, he won't have to hardly say a word because. Well, he'll have to say a lot, but we'll be asking a lot of questions.
He could tell the same story 5 times back to back, and we'd be happy.
Right. Yep. He's going to be solid. We're really looking forward to that. And we're actually
doing that one before SCI's event.
Yes.
You are?
Yes, we are. Yes, we are.
Before,
No, not next week. It's the week after.
2 weeks.
2 weeks.
It's after our event.
Oh, okay.
But before theirs. So that'll be cool because maybe by then you have... we can talk about the expo.
Some more details on the expo.
To the expo and see if we can get people last minute to sign up.
Right.
That's
so
right.
Show
last minute to sign up, we'll take them. Yeah, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Well, cool. We're looking forward to that. And
same.
I mean, I don't have anything else. So, I mean,
we could talk to Tony for hours.
Oh, yeah.
So, right?
I mean, we already could go down some.
People probably have other things.
We had a podcast before the podcast already.
Right, so we're at an hour and a half, and I believe we talked for an hour and a half before we started recording. So,
right. And we'll be back here in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So we got to save some for there. We got to talk to Peter. It's going to be fun.
That's right.
Mm-hmm. So
I expect
awesome,
the same sweatshirt next time we see you.
I'm going to wear the same sweatshirt.
You better.
I love this sweatshirt. It's one of my favorites.
Awesome.
I even wear it to church.
There you go. I don't even have a sweatshirt. I have a T-shirt, but not a sweatshirt.
I got all kinds of T-shirts and stuff, but I don't have that sweatshirt yet.
I got to order it. I got to order it.
You should.
Yeah.
All right,
well, Tony, once again, thanks.
All right, guys, thank you. We'll talk to you in a couple weeks.
Yeah, appreciate it, Tony.
The Minnesota Deer Hunters Association has been building our hunting and conservation legacy over the past 40 plus years through habitat, education, advocacy, and legislation in Minnesota for Minnesota.
The Minnesota Deer Hunters Association and Wolf Dot Report proudly sponsor this podcast. However, please note that the opinions, topics, and guests featured may not necessarily align with the views, beliefs, goals, or mission of our sponsors.
Need help and don't know where to turn? First Call for Help 211 connects you to free, confidential support, including dedicated veteran services for housing, food, and mental health, available 24/7. Just dial 211. Help starts with your first call.